This is digital marketing, from ad men to math men. Digital marketing has been around for over 15 years, but it seems to be getting really complicated. Online exchanges, demand-side platforms, real-time bidding, ad optimization, retargeting. So what is digital marketing today? A powerful tool? A mysterious beast? A total headache? A revolutionary medium? Let's try to simplify things. In the 1900s, department store owner John Wanamaker developed advertising as we know it today. And it worked. Business boomed and John got rich. But there was a catch. As Wanamaker himself put it, half the money I spend on advertising is wasted. The trouble is, I don't know which half. Throughout the 20th century, marketers still had no idea which 50% of their budget was being wasted. But they didn't care, because marketing worked. This was the golden age of Madison Avenue ad men, when creatives penned multi-million-dollar ideas on cocktail napkins and media planners plugged new numbers into last year's plan, rejigging their mix of traditional media. Then, in the early 1990s, the digital age began. Some people said the internet was just a fad, but those same people are uploading photos of their pets to social media sites as we speak. The first online ads were banner ads, and their widespread use began in 1994. At first, people loved them. People clicked on them. E-commerce was a reality. Marketers were excited, and the dot-com companies got big. Really big. But just after the new millennium, the dot-com bubble burst. Almost overnight, the market for banner ads collapsed. Too much ad inventory was available compared to its value to marketers. For a couple of years, digital advertising went through a lean period, both in terms of innovation and profits. No one was clicking on online ads. Digital marketing had entered the dark ages. Then a new player appeared on the scene. A simple page with a logo, a search box, and 2 buttons. Other search engines already existed, but Google search engine was the only one that displayed short text ads related to the search terms. Accuracy of Google search engine's results allowed advertisers to target their messages, bid for keywords, pay-per-click, and measure their ROI more effectively. Search became the fuel for the reincarnation of digital marketing. New techniques, such as search engine optimization, became key for marketers to reach audiences. Portals and directories such as MSN, AOL, and Yahoo that aggregated information were bypassed in favor of searching directly for a given topic, such as insurance or cell phones. Users started to create their own content in weblogs. Web surfers became web searchers. Web readers became web writers. And for online marketers, this shift produced a phenomenon called the Longtail. Although the internet giants still attracted huge numbers of visitors, the power of search meant that users could access long-tail sites they might never have heard of before, creating a huge potential audience for advertisers. By the mid-2000s, any traditional media buying agency could buy inventory on mainstream websites. And there were big and bold new formats for online display ads. The ad men had to adapt a teeny tiny bit, but they were still in charge. But how to reach these thousands or even millions of long-tail sites? This is where traditional media buying agencies hit a brick wall. In an industry based on rate cards and personal sales relationships, they simply had no way to access this ocean of inventory. So, to handle the long-tail sites, a new breed of agency appeared on the scene, the ad network. And they're still around today. There are different breeds of ad network, but basically they all make online advertisers and website publishers happy by buying and selling inventory on long-tail sites or unsold inventory on mainstream sites. The publishers of all those websites sell either some or all of their inventory to ad networks, and the ad networks act as brokers, reselling the inventory to ad agencies and making a profit on the price difference. And technology makes it all possible. That brings us to today. Because although search took a big slice of the digital advertising pie, its effectiveness also created a new market for online display advertising. The two forms complement each other. Search has become a performance medium, provoking clicks and action, while display achieves branding goals, such as creating awareness and producing a change in attitude. Now, almost 5 trillion online ads are served every year. No single media planner can stay afloat in that tidal wave of options. The ad men are drowning. Compared to traditional media, the effectiveness of ad networks has been proven across the board, from awareness to purchase intent. But there's still a problem with this picture. We mentioned unsold inventory on mainstream sites. How could the most popular sites have trouble selling all of their ad inventory? Well, on a typical website, 10% of the inventory is sold as premium, such as the home page and other valuable locations, like the first page of a news site's automotive section. A further 20% of the inventory is run of site. What this means is that an advertiser can pay a lower price to appear anywhere else on the website. However, the remaining 70% of a publisher's inventory is either sold for peanuts or not sold at all. This 70% is also called remnant and represents a huge untapped source of income for publishers and audiences for marketers. Remnant ends up being filled with either in-house ads or hyper low-cost ads, such as Google search engine text ads. Remnant is wasteful, but ad networks haven't been able to crack the problem. As a result, their position as middlemen between advertisers and publishers is now under pressure. And that's not all. Ad networks soak up a significant portion of both ad spends and publisher revenues, and their inner workings lack transparency. Now there's a shakeup. Demand-side platforms, or DSPs, are software tools that streamline online ad buying by automating the decision-making and buying process. Buyers can set multiple parameters and data sources, then let the DSP do the work to improve online campaign performance. Meanwhile, more and more publishers are using supply-side platforms, or SSPs, which are software tools that help them better manage and monetize their inventory. Some advertisers and publishers are using ad exchanges to cut out the middleman completely, leaving traditional media buyers and ad networks out in the cold. Whoa, back up. Ad exchanges? Aren't they the same as ad networks? Nope. An ad exchange allows the automated buying and selling of inventory across multiple ad networks and publishers. Super duper high-tech software creates an auction for online ad impressions. Different advertisers can try to outbid each other for a spot on a website by entering a predetermined dollar amount in their DSP. Whoever wins the bidding process, the ad gets sold at a maximum price in a matter of milliseconds. You could think of an ad exchange as being like a stock exchange. And, just like on Wall Street, when buyers and sellers are connected directly, a fluid market is created, with true value established on the fly. As a result, the digital media buying desks of the world's largest ad agency holding companies are effectively becoming stock traders. The ad men have been replaced by math men. So that unsold 70% of publishers' inventory can be traded on an ad exchange to increase the value for both advertisers and publishers. Not only is remnant easier to trade, it is increased in value because of another recent innovation, tracking the data of visitors to those pages. Data tracking? Oh boy, what's that? An internet user leaves a breadcrumb trail as they go from page to page and site to site. This trail is data that can be collected and packaged with other data, such as their geographical location. Hold on, it's not a breadcrumb trail, it's a cookie crumb trail. And today's cookies are no longer thin, dry, and tasteless. They are double chocolate chip mega cookies on steroids. Once upon a time, cookies did little more than remember login info, possibly an IP address location, and other limited information. Now, cookies intelligently track user behavior across multiple sites, so that the information can be used to deliver targeted display ads. Even though no personal data is collected, such as a name or address, the outcome of intelligent tracking is a more personally relevant online experience for internet users. Why? Because the ads you see are more likely to be for things you need. Let's take an example. Marcus wants to buy a flat-screen TV. He conducts an internet search for flat-screen TV and maybe reads some reviews. Because of intelligent tracking, he may then see display ads for flat-screen TV manufacturer brand A or for its competitor brand B on all kinds of different sites. This is called retargeting. Marcus decides on the new 45-inch from brand A. He then goes to the yellowpages.ca website and searches for TV retailers in his city. On the results page, he sees text ads for local electronics retailers, plus a list of organic results. He sees another display ad for brand B TVs, but this time it offers him a great local deal. Now, Marcus has a choice to make: go with the brand A he'd originally decided on, or check out the offer from brand B. Data tracking has enabled brand B to reach a potential customer. What does Marcus represent for marketers? The intent to buy data gained by intelligently tracking Marcus's web behavior is valuable to both brand A and brand B. They both place competing bids on an ad exchange for the ability to show a display ad to Marcus right at the moment when he's ready to buy. Now, advertisers are willing to pay a premium rate for a display ad that reaches Marcus on a Longtail site, which previously wasn't worth squat. Instead of buying ad impressions on a specific site, savvy digital marketers are now buying the eyeballs of a specific consumer segment. From the traditional method of buying placements, there's been a shift toward buying audiences. To cater to this ground shift, new industry players have sprung up claiming to provide these audiences. But, and this is a big but, publishers and marketers still don't use the same metrics to measure the success of the ads. Too often the final click gets all the credit for making a sale, but that's never the whole story. Marcus's purchase decision wasn't only influenced by the results of his internet search, but also by the many display ads that he encountered before buying. However, internet search clicks are easy to measure, which skews online media budgets to favor search over display. In fact, although search only represents about 1% of online activity, it accounts for 50% of digital marketing dollars. Once you can track consumers as they navigate complex pathways en route from awareness to purchase intent, you can start to define the value of all the stops along that route. In our friend Marcus's case, this tracking produces intent to buy data. An advertiser who can match Marcus's geographic location with his intent to buy data then has a contextually qualified consumer. And contextually qualified consumers are a sure bet as you're likely to find in marketing. The digital Eldorado is therefore data like this, which is actionable. It produces concrete results. Intent to buy data is fast becoming the gold standard for the data gold rush and is helping the math men solve John Wanamaker's problem for the ad men. Because data is now specifically actionable, it can be traded on an exchange, just like ad inventory, where the market will establish prices based on its genuine value. But wait, come back from your 3-martini lunch, ad men. We've got more work for you after all. The automation of digital media buying also enables advertisers to optimize their creative. How? By serving different executions of an ad to various audiences and measuring the response in real time. It's the real-time nature of today's digital marketing that has propelled it into another dimension compared to the original .com era. But here's where trust and privacy issues really come into play. It's very easy for social media companies to build a ton of data, but very difficult to establish a significant level of trust. The whole social media movement has created a lot of buzz, but it's only just beginning to attract large advertisers. For all big players in the digital marketing industry, the trend now is toward integrating search, display, and social. Google's search engine has moved beyond search with the acquisition of companies such as YouTube, and by retargeting people who have searched a certain topic by serving them a display ad on another site. Meanwhile, data-driven companies like Yellow Pages are finding new ways to link their intent to buy data with display ads on the company's own network of sites and on the sites of third-party publishers. By combining the performance power of intent to buy search data and the branding power of display advertising, digital marketing has a whole new set of ammunition to target audiences that have long been profitable for traditional media. If John Wanamaker were alive today, he would offer a toast to the math man for helping solve his problem. But the math man would politely decline and go back to their data. The end.